A luxury you can't live without.
A luxury I can't live without. Coffee. I really like good
It's
coffee.
not a luxury. You can get it anywhere.
I guess, yeah, I like good coffee.
I love coffee, too.
I like nice socks.
Socks. Your socks, would you put in your shoes?
Yeah, I really love them. I like kind of like, you know, cozy feet.
You're attracted to your socks.
I'm attracted to really nice running socks. Like, I'm always looking for good running socks.
That's not a luxury, though. Coffee and socks are not a luxury.
All right, give me a luxury. What luxury should I have?
Private plane.
Larry, I'm on DuckTales.
I think Danny just broke a $6,000 puppet.
Danny says, I didn't do anything. It's my poor bird neck.
Can you get your...
Oh, I didn't know you put your hand up it. I don't have a...
Yeah. Have you ever seen a puppet before?
Danny. I'm sorry. I missed, with the embargo, I missed my puppeteering class. It's like, I'm back, guys. Hey.
Horse neck.
Oh, mine's just like yours.
Hey, horse neck.
Hey, Britta. Horse neck?
Horse neck.
They call me horse neck. I don't know why.
Well, maybe Danny can make his tail feathers.
Danny, I'm scared to
Well,
even
I'm
ask
so
you
close to the edge
try
of frame. I'm so close to the edge of frame.
Oh God, he's going off.
Look at this.
Stay in frame.
Look at
then.
this.
Stay
Oh my
in
goodness, this has
frame.
got to drive you crazy.
What's your better side?
This is. I don't know if I have a better side.
I'm doing a little.
Okay, so
He's doing a little
Danny's doing
shimmy.
his tail feather shaking.
That's a duck.
of
That's an impression of a duck.
right
That's a pretty good one.
I think,
Danny's shaking his better
And
side.
then, wow. and the head flip.
Danny's never met a monitor he didn't love. He's
He
so
knows
good.
his
I
angle.
love
He
it.
knows his
I know.
angle.
You're upside down looking at it.
That upside down 23 is driving me
So I think we...
I do. I have 9-year-old twins, James and Fiona. They're awesome.
9 years old. Like, did they watch any of your stuff at all? Have they?
Yeah, so we've started to let them watch some things over quarantine. We decided to let them watch some Community. Questionable move. Yeah. Thank you.
Did you make sure before they saw it that it was appropriate for 9?
No. No. I probably should have. From my memory, I thought it was more appropriate than it was, you know? And so we were showing them some episodes. One of the episodes we showed them was this episode where the character I play, Abed, takes this class called Nicolas Cage, Good or Bad. Very normal thing. And during that episode, my character becomes overwhelmed with Nicolas Cage movies and culminates with him on a desk screaming, "I'm a sexy cat."
I'm a cat. I'm a sexy cat.
Super normal, right? So my kids are liking it. I think that it's harmless. It's okay. Cut to a couple days later, we're at a grocery store. My kids are running through the aisles slightly ahead of me, and I'm observing my son, and he's starting to prowl a little bit. He's hissing. And I'm watching him, and then I see him like turn around and go, "Dad, I'm a sexy cat." So we stopped watching Community.
Yeah, sure.
How did each of you get ready
Very
to play
good
your
question,
characters?
Very
Yes.
good question. Thank
Go,
you for asking
Danny, you
about our
first.
process.
Yes.
Thank you for talking about our
Yes.
process.
Our process.
Each of us likes to kind of go on an individual journey when we get into our duck characters. Thank you. We look at ducks, we stare at ducks, we get into the duck mind. I try to communicate with ducks.
Wow.
Then I run. And I go home and I just take all that energy with me. Usually my family leaves the house for a while. And then they return and I'm ready to be a duck.
Wow.
Did you nest with ducks at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So there's this awesome sort of coming-of-age story happening as well. And then there's Miller time over here, baby. I'm just trying to figure it all out. You're going to like me? Because obviously I'm sexy. So there's something for everybody. I have one quick story of a bad audition. It's similar to that, actually. I was auditioning for a play at an Apple store.
Oh yeah, you win.
It's still the worst.
Recently,
So you guys
2
know,
years ago?
auditioning is the worst. This was right before Community, so I think 5 years ago now. It's the worst. But my wife was working at the time next door. This was at the Grove here in LA. And so I stopped in to see my wife and just be like,
hey babe, I'm going for an audition. Oh, where are you going? Next door.
How did it even get set up?
Yeah,
at the
well,
Apple? How did it get
It
to that
happened
point?
because the director needed to see me on Skype that day, but she was out of town. I didn't have Skype. I didn't have a laptop or. It was so painful. It was so painful. And then
But technically by choice. So technically this happened to you by choice.
It was bad.
You have a friend with Skype?
I don't know. She suggested the Apple Store. She suggested, and I was like, really?
That's good for her, not good for you.
So she suggested the Apple Store. So I went to the Apple Store, and I was like, I bet I could find an employee in the corner and talk him into just doing this audition. And I was like, no one's gonna notice. They all noticed. So I'm doing this audition in Skype. Employee that was helping me, I was like, okay, I got it now. Didn't leave, standing there the whole time right here
fantastic.
as I'm doing this monologue in the camera. He's just standing there being like this. You're crushing this, man. You're nailing this. So
And then what happened?
Well, immediately I went next door to my wife and I was like, I am stopping acting. Is this worth it? And thankfully I got the part.
He got the part.
which,
Just think of the other guys that auditioned.
But
not in the Apple
here's
Store.
What I will say is the pain is worth it. It really is. If it's the right role, it's worth it.
But you won an Emmy.
I did win an Emmy. I've won an Emmy before. Yeah,
I won an Emmy.
You won an Emmy too?
A daytime Emmy, does that count?
Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
sir.
What'd you
Yeah.
win it
Emmy's
for?
an Emmy.
What'd you win it for?
For a voice in Star Wars.
Oh, I love
Did you?
it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
That
laugh.
got a woo-woo.
Yeah.
That was just celebratory.
Oh,
I think.
thank you.
My family loves me.
You get a Miami.
There's
Hey,
no.
you got mine. You got two now.
Really?
Yeah, you have twice as many as we do now.
And then she's has a baby, so she's
A super hot mom.
she's one word, formal word for that.
No.
No, bad. Danny Pudi, you're my favorite character on the show. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. Can I run and give you a hug?
It's wireless.
Make
You
my
can
life.
walk
Oh
with
my
it.
God.
There it is. That is the sweetest thing I've ever seen.
So sweet.
That felt like a reality.
You just killed her.
I know.
But that was
Felt like the end of a movie.
Yes.
good
Sure.
transition.
His great nephews, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think. I play Dewey Duck Apologies.
Question: did Danny do the DuckTales bit about Scrooge because of being on the show, or was that going to be in regardless? Danny, you want to field that one?
Yeah.
I love this story.
I was on set talking to Ashley about DuckTales, and I play the character Hubert Duck, the Red Hat Junior Woodchuck in the DuckTales reboot. We were just both talking about DuckTales, and I think Rob walked by, and correct me if I'm wrong, and just heard us talking about DuckTales, and was like, okay, this is very bizarre. That's going in the show. And next thing I knew, I'm reading a monologue about me jumping in a money bin as Brad because I grew up watching the original DuckTales as part of the Disney afternoon. So,
What do I care about? Are you familiar with DuckTales?
What?
let's
But
talk about.
wasn't the original conversation that you thought that Ashley was in DuckTales? That you opened the conversation by being like, I'm in DuckTales. And Ashley was like, cool. She is.
No, it was the inverse. It was the inverse. There was a project that I was almost going to be in that I was talking to Danny about, and Danny was, I think, confused about what I was saying. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm in DuckTales." And Rob was just watching from down in the makeup trailer, grinning because it was so weird. It was so clearly a
confusing.
miscommunication.
Two grown adults talking about DuckTales and just being on two completely different pages about it.